Hello, everybody, and welcome to another chapter in the long legacy of the Big Ten Conference. It's a championship game in the new expanded Big Ten, and there are high stakes here, not just a conference championship, but potentially positioning themselves for a run at the national championship with an automatic bid. There's a lot more at stake than a championship trophy here today. There's playoff positioning and potentially just getting into the playoff on the line as well, so the stakes have never been higher. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the second-ranked team, the Georgia Bulldogs. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Team is out there, and here we go. A conference championship on the line right now. He'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Looking for a gap. It's Frazier. Breaking free at the 35. That will pick up in first down. A spot at the 38. The Bulldogs hustle to the line to run the hurry up.
Chris, a really good job here by this back to be able to find that hole and pick up the yards for this first down. And, boy, Georgia's had some good backs over the years, and this young man is living up to that tradition today.
To throw, it's Castellanos. Extending the play now. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
Split backfield here. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Looking to pass here on second down. Trying to extend the play. Oh, a throwaway there. Gave up on the play, but now it's going to bring up third down.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
After the incompletion, they'll come to the line with 3rd and 1. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. And it's incomplete again. 4th down coming up.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
Looks like Georgia will have the first down. It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense.
Well, this is football today, whether you're watching the NFL or college football. Coaches go for it on 4th down. Here's the opening drive. 4th down on their own side of the 50. Don't even blink. They go for it. To their credit, they pick it up, and they're thinking about trying to get points here on this opening drive.
They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Love to see the short passing game as a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable and allows you to see how the defense is reacting. That can open up for other things later on.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Boy, you'd love to see a few more yards here to give yourself a better chance on 3rd down. Now, here early in this game, we get a big 3rd down to see if this offensive line can keep the pressure off the quarterback.
Here comes the 7th play of a good-looking opening drive, but it's 3rd down now. Looking downfield, it's Castellanos. A bullet, but it's incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
On third and short, the offensive coordinator has his entire playbook open. You could run it or you could throw it. Either one's available. They chose to go through the air here, just not able to hit it.
Dogs bring their punt team onto the field. And the ball rolls dead. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Handoff here from the shotgun. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8. Buckeyes will crank up the tempo. Quick throw complete to the tight end. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Just another great example, Chris, of an Ohio State quarterback and receiver combination being so dangerous. Think about it, over the last 8 or 10 years, I think Ohio State has been as consistent as anybody when it comes to the passing game and the efficiency that comes with it.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. A pop pass on the jet sweep. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense, almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Dropping back, it's Sayin. He's moving out of the pocket now. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down marker.
Boy, Chris, great timing here with the quarterback against that zone defense, waiting just at the right time to deliver it into that window to pick up a nice gain.
That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now.
Whoa, talk about a big hit there. I think this guy holds on to this football at a critical third down if this linebacker doesn't lower the blow. Great timing on that hit to prevent the PI call and to get this team to fourth down.
And the returner will be brought down. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. The last time they were forced to punt it away, and they get points out of this possession. Off the play fake, looking to throw. They pressure him and sack him. He'll be tackled inside the 10.
The defender did not bite on the fake at all. They were in pass rush mode the entire time.
So back to their own 9-yard line, it's 2nd and long. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. We're going to scramble now. And we're able to get him down.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
Looking to pass, it's Castellanos. The pocket breaking down. Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack. The Dogs will have to kick it away when it comes for his 2nd punt of the game. And here's the return. Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain on the return. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
They look to throw it here on second down. You misfire on the pass as time in the period runs out. They begin the quarter with a crucial play, offense setting up for this third down. And the offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here. After the incompletion, they'll have to try to convert here on 3rd and 9. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Fires it to the wideout. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down.
Boy, Chris, what a hit there on that 3rd down play by the defensive back. If he doesn't make that play, that's probably a 1st down, and they move the sticks. Instead, we've now got 4th down.
And at 4th down, they'll punt it away here. And the punt will bounce and go out of bounds down at the 5-yard line. Powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. Last time was a quick 3-and-out. Can they get a drive going this time? So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. Right, so it's 1st and 10 back inside the 5-yard line. We're going to see how much this play caller trusts his quarterback. How aggressive will he be from this spot? They get him down. The gain is to about the 12. The Bulldogs come to the line in the hurry up. Using his legs, it's Frazier. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a 1st down. Interesting play call here. 3rd and short inside their own 20. They want to get this drive going, or a punt could give the opponents excellent field position. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, if somebody talks about a play being blown up, this is a great example of that. That's Exhibit A for how to be physical on defense.
Here we go. The coach rolling the dice. 4th and 1 in his own territory. And there's the handoff. Fights off a defender. Brought down after a solid run by the senior. Georgia getting set for the 1st and 10 now.
Well, you can't criticize this coach for being too conservative, can you? This guy's going for it on 4th down deep in his own territory. You have to have the utmost confidence in your offense to be able to execute that. And in this case, they proved him right.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Looking to throw. It's Castellanos. We'll take a deep shot here. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
Chris, the defense catches a break here. They got behind coverage, looked like a big play, if not a touchdown, and the receiver just dropped the ball.
The offense now facing a 3rd and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Looking for the wide out. Caught over the middle. It's Humphreys. They make the stop, but a big gain puts them in enemy territory. Ball spotted at the 48.
You know, a lot of times college quarterbacks, they're more comfortable working to the outside. Here's an example of a quarterback with a full field read, and he hits a big play in the middle.
Pulls it in. It's Frazier. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
2nd down play coming up. Looking to chuck it again. Catch made on the out route. He's taken down, but that's a nice gain. They'll spot the ball now at the 35. The Dogs looking to crank up the tempo a bit.
Really good route here by the receiver, but I love the quarterback's ability to look off that safety and make that throw. And that's part of the quarterback's job here when you play in Athens for this Georgia offense. They've had some great quarterbacks over the years. Guys like Matthew Stafford and Aaron Murray, and more recently Jake Fromm, and of course Stetson Bennett, who won back-to-back national championships. And what they're seeing today from this quarterback, they got to be very proud of.
Quarterback changing the play now at the line. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Just trying to get rid of it. Just gets the pass away, but took a shot that time. The offense, this is play number 11 on the drive. As a design quarterback keeper. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. They move the 6. They'll go to the line here on 1st down now. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Looking for 6. And it's incomplete, targeting a man right near the goal line.
That ball just seemed to sail on it. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he'll get there. Touchdown, Georgia. They'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. PAT is good, so it's 7-0. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. He's got some daylight, turning on the speed. Gets some blocks. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Buckeyes. He will score. A kick return all the way for a touchdown with a conference title on the line. He's never going to forget that.
Yeah, he'll never forget this. You're right. Conference championship, huge stage. Everybody's watching. Great blocks up front to get him started, and then it was just raw speed and instincts to take it to the house.
Extra point splits the uprights. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the 2nd quarter. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Bringing it out, it's Frazier. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. The passing game was so effective in the last possession. Right down for a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. Defense is coming after him.
Well, they're making this offensive line really think and communicate. Bringing different blitzes. This time the outside linebacker gets to the quarterback and comes up with a big sack for the D.
Rush has been a problem. Another sack sets up 2nd and long. Backed up with the one, he's going to throw it. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. From the shadow of the goal line, looking to throw the ball. On the run, he'll let it go. Catch made, a lot of space now. Breaks clear, end zone ahead. The 10. Touchdown, Dogs. Made the defense look slow that time.
Chris, how about that? A quick slant that goes for this many yards and a touchdown? That's what's so dangerous about this quarterback and wide receiver. Quarterback puts the ball right on the money, and by doing so, look at the receiver. Catches it in stride and has all that room to run after the catch for that touchdown.
So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They've got a choice here in the final minute. Do they get aggressive, try to cut into this lead, or play it safe and point toward the second half? First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Running out of time in the pocket. The freshman QB shows his toughness, picks up the first down himself. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there, play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first and keep this drive moving.
Obvious false start there, moving too early. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. First down here for this offense. Looking to throw. It's Sayin. Nice throw, caught for a completion. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. First down, looking to throw the ball. He's running nowhere to go here, and the ball is knocked loose. Looks like the defense has it.
I think that's on the quarterback and the offensive line. They were breathing down this quarterback's neck before he could even recognize that they were there, and they were able to knock it loose.
So they start the drive looking for some late fireworks here, less than 30 seconds before halftime. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. And he'll lost it to the end zone. Oh, and it's incomplete. He flat out dropped what would have been a touchdown. Second down coming up now.
Really good job here by the defense in coverage. Did a nice job here of staying in phase with the receiver. There's no chance for a completion at all.
Finding some room at the 25. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Game-breaking speed for the running back to reach the end zone. That is just priceless for an offense.
Chris, that back was able to find that crease in the defense. Let's give credit to the big fellas up front for creating that crease. They all played a key role in that score.
PHC is good. They're pulling ahead now, 21-7. touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Looks like one more play here before halftime. Horner's back up now, playing a couple yards off the ball. Looking to throw it on first down. Using his legs here. Gets some space around the 30. Oh, and he fumbles. Defense recovers the fumble. Big takeaway. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Bulldogs will kick this away to begin the second half. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. They've got to get things going here. Turnovers on back-to-back possessions. Running back grabs it on a screen. That play is blown up. Defense makes the tackle in the backfield.
Boy, the defense does such a good job of taking any threat downfield away. All he could do is throw it to his back, and loss of yards, now you're behind the sticks.
It's an RPO. The quarterback gets it out quickly. They stop him after a short gain. It's not a first down. Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. He's moving out of the pocket. Looking to scramble. He'll be sacked back at the one, narrowly avoiding a safety.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? They flip it to him on the jet sweep.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards, didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
They'll run it here. A change of direction. And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down. Dogs looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Scanning the field, it's Castellanos. Bringing pressure. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris. They didn't cost themselves any points, but they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
Now passing the field goal attempt. The offense on the field going for it on 4th down. Offense will keep it on the ground here. He'll earn the first down, but pay for it with a hard hit. The Dogs come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
The offense that time just trying to get the ball out on the perimeter, trying to find some space to be able to get their speed into. Pretty good job by the defense slowing them down.
On the ground, it's Frazier. The junior able to bring him down quickly. So here we go, third down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. Back in motion now. Shotgun formation here on third down. But it's incomplete. They miss an opportunity, and now it's fourth down.
Well, they decide to throw the ball here on third down and short. I really thought the easy thing is just run the quarterback or hand it off, pick up the first down, keep this drive alive, and get 6 points on the board.
The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. And they add to their lead.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
After adding 3 more points to the lead, they're set to kick it off. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get it at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down. Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
And he'll drop back here on third down. Pressure is coming. They pressure him and sack him. He'll be tackled inside the 10.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
He boots it away from inside his own end zone. Oh, and he's got some space here. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. The last possession, they moved it, but settled for a chip shot, so sort of an unsatisfying result. Look at it. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. Look out, he's got some space. Past the 20. Gonna take it all the way in. Pick 6. Touchdown, Ohio State. Well, the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender, Kurt.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. They moved the ball in the last possession, but a devastating end of the drive, a pick 6. Can they recover from that right now? On the ground, it's Frazier. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Oh, and he misfires just beyond the receiver's grasp. Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? They've been great on fourth down so far today. 3 for 3. Can they stay perfect? And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Timeout, Georgia.
The offense has been very efficient on fourth down so far. Let's see if they can make it 4 for 4 here. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. And he's got it down there inside the 35. Breaks clear over the right side. Can they chase him down? They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Georgia.
This is what having an
It's blocked. Only scoop it up. Can they make something happen here?
This offense just blew an opportunity. Have a nice lead here in the second half with the football. The last thing you want to do is turn it over, and they put the ball on the ground and now give your opponent a chance to get right back in this game.
He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
This is why this guy's considered one of the top defensive ends in the entire country. He came in off the edge so quickly there. Look out, because that's exactly what was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block it.
Oh, he lost the ball. The offense recovers the fumble.
Well, it's a good job by the defense to force the fumble, but you have to have the collective awareness for someone to get on top of it. It's a lucky break for the offense.
If this defense gets a third sack in a row, this place will come unhinged. Defense not pressing this time. Backed up at the 1. He's going to throw it. Nice grab. It's Graham. He's not going to get the first down. It's fourth down. Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field trying to chip away at this lead. And he's throwing for it on fourth down. The pass rush closing in. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
Well, down lead in this football game by more than a possession. They obviously had to go for this. They just couldn't come up with the execution.
And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. And, of course, they'll work the clock here, keep it on the ground. And he stopped just short, down to the 2, and an excellent run. The Bulldogs line it up with first and goal. Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy. They can put the game away right here. It's first and goal.
Chris, this is situational football. This is really where the great coaches separate themselves, because in these kind of situations, This is where you want to be able to score and kill the clock. Some teams do it better than others, and that's primarily coaching and execution and preparation. It'll be interesting to see how this offense navigates this spot of the field.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
And they cut into this lead now on 3rd and goal. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. Touchdown, Dogs! Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
Coach makes the decision to go for a 2-point conversion. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And he's stopped short. The 2-point try fails. They can't build on their lead here. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Remember, last time they went for it on 4th down and got stopped. The opponent went right down the field. See if they can recover from that here. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch. And the Buckeyes come to the line to run the hurry up.
Well, we just continue to see this defense make great plays, especially with their tackling. And the awareness to understand we're in the 4th quarter, you're trying to keep this offense in bounds so they keep that clock moving.
First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. Back to throw. It's Sayin. That's the 2-minute warning here. This offense desperate to cut into this lead and then try to get the football back. And that's incomplete. Even on a 1st down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. Looking to throw yet again. And the clock winding down. They'll take a deep shot. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. And he's got some open field ahead. Inside the 40. And he steps out after a nice return. What a momentum shifter this could be.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the 2nd half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
The powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. What a satisfying feeling for this team. Just run out the clock and let the celebration begin. As the 1st down is still going. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a 1st down.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given the quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want whenever we feel like doing it.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Here comes the up-tempo offense. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Touchdown, Bulldogs. To stretch the lead, the route is on. Kicking team out for the PAT try. The extra point is good. They stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. They tackle him at the 9. That's good coverage. They should have left the ball in the end zone. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. At this point, there's not much you can do except play for pride. They'll keep it on the ground with the counter play. Stopped right there at the line, no gain.
Man, this defense has had a great game today. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've done a nice job of taking the run game completely away, making it a lot easier to zero in on that quarterback in the pass game.
And the back now goes in motion to throw. It's Sayin. He's escaping the pocket now. They get him down, but that's a good run, enough to move the sticks and keep this drive going.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up.
It's a deep throw down the right sideline. Aggressive call, a deep shot on first down, but incomplete.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense can be very aggressive at this moment. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
Hey, where's that been the whole game? That's actually a nice run. It has been a tough day for this offense, but you know what? You love to see the offensive line and the running back still out there competing, trying to show the coaches that they're not worried about the score. They're going to go out and show their competitive spirit, and hopefully that'll help them down the road.
It's always a special year when after all the work you put in, you can call yourselves champions of the Big Ten. And now with the playoff spot locked up,